Hello guys, today I'm showing you my build for launch, the Mage build, made with Fire Staff and Ice Gauntlet. I'm gonna be using this build for leveling as well as PvP since I'm gonna be flagged 100% of the time. Super worth it, the XP bonus and mainly the weapon XP bonus is gonna put you ahead. So for Fire Staff, I'm gonna be doing Spell Focus. Heavy attacks restore 5% of your mana on hit. Into Clear Mind. Into Fireball. Into Clear Casting. Into Flare. So our goal is, first of all, to get to Flare. So our heavy attacks no longer consume mana. Now we got Clear Mind, which will, while above 50% mana, you gain 10% in power, and power increases damage. Sounds really good. We have our Fireball, a really nice ability. We chuck this on the ground. 140% weapon damage. 3 meters burning field for 6 seconds. Each seconds deals 10% damage. So it would be like 200%. Then we get Clear Casting. If you haven't taken any damage in the last 3 seconds, you'll take 10% more damage. When you engage someone or you are not getting hit for 3 seconds, 10% more damage. Amazing. And of course, Flare. After that, I'm gonna go into the Pyromancer tree and get Pyromania. While holding a Fire Staff and below 50% max health, damage is increased by 20%. It's nice. We are forced into it anyways, but it's a good passive. Incinerate. A fire explosion, explode, boom, dealing 134% weapon damage and pushes back all enemies 3 meters, make distance, catches enemies on fire, 3% weapon damage, is second for 6 seconds. Amazing. From Incinerate, we take our Burnout, which is a dash through, deals 129% weapon damage. You apply fire stacks, 10% weapon damage each second for 8 seconds. Amazing. Really good movement ability and so good damaging ability. Now, as we got the abilities, we go back to our main tree with the goal of getting Runes of Helios. We're gonna take Spellslinger for the 50% chance to critical strike. Oh, not for Runes of Helios, my fault. We'll not take Runes of Helios. You can take Runes of Helios if you want to, but I will not take Runes of Helios. So we go into Spellslinger. Abilities gain an extra 15% chance to critical strike. Critical strikes are amazing. We're gonna see soon why. Prophet of a Fire God. While holding a Fire Staff, your critical strike damage is increased by 20%. We're gonna do crits. We're gonna do more damage with the crits. The next thing we get is Scorched. Each hit of Incinerate causes the national stack of burning. Cauterize Wounds. You get some Sustain, 20% of Incinerate damage. Back as health. And guess what? Flame Out. Incinerate hits twice. So we do 130. We apply Burning. It applies one more extra stack of Burning. And it also hits twice. So we apply 4 stacks of Burning. Really, really good. And we go back in our Burnout. We make it so that our cooldowns are reduced by 5% for each foe we hit, mob player. And some people don't like hit it up, but I like hit it up. And we go 50% further. Now back to this Fire Mage 3. When you get the critical hit with the Fire Staff, you cause burning, dealing 3% weapon damage. It's second for 3 weapon damage is taken for 6 seconds. As I said, critical strike increase, critical damage increase. We apply burning stacks too. Amazing. Heavy attacks, it does fire staff cooldowns by 10% on hit. You're gonna mainly, I'm only using large attacks, heavy attacks, because they don't cost mana. That restore 5% of your maximum mana on hit. They reduce your fire staff cooldowns, so we just spam left click heavy attacks. From this, you go back over here into Let It Burn, and I like to take combat speed, but some other people like to take Watch It Burn. So I like combat speed. It gives you 10% haste, so increased 10% increased movement speed for 5 seconds. It has a 10 seconds cooldown. You can have a 50% uptime as long as you use your fire staff. It's amazing. Some people like to do some light attacks, like not heavy, but I'm just doing heavy. So I'm not trying to apply the extra fire then with Watch It Burn, but if this is your thing. And one other option you can do here is to take this out too and go for Scorched Earth and Runes of Helios. I'm not gonna take it. It's on a long cooldown. It's on the ground. I like to play mobile. We are in light armor. We have to dodge a lot, to kite a lot, so Runes of Helios is not my thing. But if it's your thing, go for it. So I'm gonna go into Let It Burn and combat speed. So this is the fire staff build I'm gonna do. As I said, amazing for leveling, amazing for PvP. Now I know that some people like to take Pillar of Fire. It has good combination where you get a lot of mana back. It deals damage. Deals more damage when they are full health. You can start your engagement with this if you are sneaky. And you gain 10% of your max mana per enemy hit by Pillar of Fire. It can be good for leveling, but in PvP has a pretty long cast animation. It's circle, people can just easily avoid it. I prefer Burnout every time. What I heard is that it has a crazy interaction with Singe, and you get a critical hit with the fire staff. It was burning, dealing 10% weapon damage, is second for 6, and it somehow, if you trigger it with Pillar of Fire, it applies to the passive, and you get a lot of mana back, but I don't think it's needed or worth. Up to you. Now for the Ice Gauntlet. I know that Punisher Storm is bugged, but I'm hoping it will not be. It will be fixed by launch. So I'm taking this into my build. If not, things gonna get a bit different. I know I'm gonna fix this, but I'll see. I'll see. If you want to get a fast update on the build at launch, you can either like come onto my stream. I'm gonna be streaming at launch every day for a lot of hours, every single day. I'm taking 2 weeks off from my job and just grinding New World. Or you can also join my Discord. I'm gonna update you there. Both of the links of my stream and Discord will be down in the description, so yep. Okay, let's get back into the build. Hold reach, damage of light and heavy attacks, 15% for targets further than 15 meters. Easy damage buff. Ice Storm, amazing ability. A range attack that deals 70% weapon damage every 0.25 seconds and slows enemy down. Slows enemy down within a 5-meter radius. Frosted area, 25% slow, 20-meter range, 5 seconds duration. Incoming damage is increased by 10% for 3 seconds to enemies in Ice Storm if below 50% health. Ice Storm mana cost is decreased by 80% at full mana. Punishing Storm increases damage by 10% for each enemy in Ice Storm. We're gonna go straight into this. It's gonna be amazing for leveling, for mob clearing. Unless it's bugged. Then we go here into Quick Frost. I was thinking to go into Heavy Freeze. Heavy attack will freeze a target if hit in Ice Storm or with Frostbite for 1 second. This is amazing for PvP, but I just think that getting Ice Shower and Entombed is more of a priority. They are really useful. So Quick Frost. So just so that we get into Ice Shower, then into Entombed. As soon as we get this, we go back. We are trying to get Ultimate Shield, 35% increased damage. Just amazing. So we're gonna get Heavy Freeze. You're gonna get Critical Frost. Critical chance if hitting an enemy in a frosted area or with Frostbite by 20%. Back to range is critical, increase critical damage. Critical rejuvenation, recover 15 mana after taking a critical hit on a target. Into Gathering Storm, hit with 3 consecutive light attacks to grant player 15 mana. Get mana. And Ultimate Shield. Goal achieved, goal achieved. Now with the rest of our skill points, we'll go back into upgrading our Ice Shower, increase the duration to 7 seconds. If you pass through or any ally, you get the speed boost and applies rend. Amazing, reduce the target defense 10%. There we go. We're gonna take Strengthened Tome, increase defense by 25% for 3 seconds after breaking out of Tome. And Tome, it's super good. And Defiant Freeze. Casting less ability creates an ice hardened layer, granting 20% fortify for 2 seconds. So this will be the build. Now, to give you an insight of how I would play this build, let's say I have a player running at me with a sword, with a hatchet, with a great axe. I'm gonna throw an Ice Shower. I'm gonna follow up with heavy attacks for Heavy Freeze. Just keep him in a stun chain, in a freeze chain, a stun chain. Then I'm gonna go into Ice Storm, put the Ice Storm on top of them. Heavy Freeze, Heavy Freeze, Heavy Freeze. Then both are on cooldown. I swap to Fire Staff. I'm gonna throw a Fireball right at their feet. Boom. Deal some good damage. We'll probably either roll back. Yeah, I will most likely roll back. Open a Burnout. Go through them. And Incinerate. If they're close enough, if I'm healthy enough, you have enough health left. And Incinerate. Make some space. Switch back to Gauntlet, to the Ice Gauntlet. Pop and Tomb. Use an Regen Potion. You can use a Regen Potion and being entombed, and you regen your wall mana, you regen your HP from the Regen Potion, and rise and repeat into the shower. Heavy attacks for the Heavy Freeze, Ice Storm, so on and so forth. So this is the build for launch I'm gonna do. Be fair, I'm gonna start I'm gonna start with hatchet and whatever I get first and their fire staff for ice gauntlet. I will try to use the ice gauntlet. I can get one. And for my hatchet leveling build, and I'm gonna stick with hatchet ice gauntlet, or you can do hatchet fire staff. I'm more of an ice gauntlet guy. You can do hatchet, you can do berserk all the way down. Give me a second. I'll pull out my build from here. You can either do berserk all the way down and go into other passives, or I will do like this. Into Raging Torrent, into Feral Rush. And now I get the other abilities here. I don't know, I think by now we are kind of already having our Fire and Ice Gauntlet build ready. I'm gonna like use this until like level 15 or something like that. I get basically both my Ice Gauntlet and Fire Staff. Anyways, I have builds for every weapon in the game. If you need help with pairing them, anything like that, just hit me up on Discord. Join my Discord. So yeah, for the Mage build, I'm gonna be running light armor for the role. In open beta, we had medium chest, and all the other pieces were light to be still in the medium role. So if they keep it like that, it's gonna be like that. For the stats, I'm gonna most likely put like bit of constitution in the beginning while I'm with the hatchet, and after I get my faction gear at level 15, I'm gonna try to keep like 50 constitution just for the potion buffs, for a 20% increase, and rest of it will go into int. Maybe later on a bit more constitution, maybe 100 and rest in, but I'm probably gonna like just play as a glass cannon with 50 con and everything else into intelligence, just iframe and kite, and yep, it's gonna be fun. Totally gonna be fun, challenging and fun. So good luck in your journey. If you have any questions about the build, hit me up. It might not be the best for you. You are free to do whatever you want, but I've been following some people around, looking at their builds, speaking with some people about their builds, played in open beta with Fire Staff and Ice Gauntlet, and I think this is what I'm gonna do. So yeah, see you in the game, guys. Have a good one.